Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maddie from TTG. I'm the Special Projects Editor there, and I'm joined today by Jane West, Regional Manager for the UK and Europe for Tourism Fiji, Tessa Drewery from Deben Travel, and Beverly Clarke from Spear Travels. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome all our viewers to the third and final instalment of Fiji Fridays. If you missed the two previous Fiji masterclasses, you can catch up with them in the videos section of TTG's Facebook page. They share some of the key information you need to sell Fiji, including journey options, budgets, and destination highlights, as well as some detailed information about the different islands and what visitors can see and do on them. Today, I'm going to be asking Tessa and Beverly about their first-hand experience of Fiji, and we'll hear from Tourism Fiji's niche manager, James Pridgeon, about the destination's youth market, volu tourism, diving, weddings and honeymoons, spa and luxury travel, and sports tourism. James is over in Fiji, so he wasn't able to join us live today, but he's done a quick piece to camera that we will share with you a bit later on. We're also going to be revealing how you can win one of 3 places on a fam trip to Fiji next spring, which is very exciting. So make sure you stay tuned until the end to hear about that one. If you have any questions while the session is going on, feel free to type them in the comment section in Facebook, and I can ask Jane to answer them for you later on in the live. So Jane, coming to you first, am I right in thinking Tessa and Beverly have both experienced Fiji on fam trips? And how often does Tourism Fiji run fam trips for UK travel agents?
Yeah, bulla Maddie, bulla everybody. Well, yes, they were the lucky recipients of the Love Fiji Islands competition that we did last year, and they managed to travel down to Fiji, and I think it was for about 9 nights, wasn't it? And did a multi-centre, so they're looking forward to telling you about that. But we usually do about 3 or 4 fam trips a year, and sometimes they're thematic, so it might be to do with weddings and honeymoons, it might be diving, or we may do 2 or 3 online training winners fam trips as well, tour operators, and then we also have our Fiji Tourism Exchange in May, for buyers and tour operators. So yeah, a few times a year we might bring 20 to 30 people down to Fiji from the UK typically each year.
Okay, great. And I know it's tricky to make any solid travel plans right now because of coronavirus, but when do you hope to next get UK agents out to the destination? What will the first fam be this fam trip that you're offering places on next spring?
Yes, this will be the first fam trip, and we are aiming for the spring. And as you say, we just don't know about the FCA advisory first of all, but we're also delighted to say that as of yesterday, Fiji's now moved into stage 2, which means that we're now able to travel domestically within Fiji, and flights resuming, and we're encouraging domestic tourism. And also, whilst we've been using the messaging Sotatale, see you soon, we're now dwelling more on our bulla spirit awaits you. So it's all about getting ready now for people to return, hopefully towards the end of the year. At the moment you can transit halfway to Fiji, but we're not quite there with arrivals and border openings yet.
Okay, cool, thank you. So coming up to you, Beverly and Tessa, about your fam trips. Tessa, coming to you first, when did you visit Fiji, and where did you go on the islands, and what did you see and do? Kind of tell me a bit about the trip.
Yeah, sure. I visited in November 2019, so not that long ago. We started in the south, flew into Nandi, and we made our way to the west coast, and then we went on a 3-day cruise of the Mamanuca and the Yasawa Islands. We'd done all sorts while we were there, really. We went zip lining. We went on a jet boat ride on the Sigatoka River. We also had lots of activities on the cruise. So we done snorkeling, kayaking, all sorts of things, even shark feeding.
Oh, wow. What activity. And what did you learn about Fiji that you wouldn't have been able to learn from other types of training?
I just, the vibe, the culture, the people in Fiji, they're all absolutely amazing. I would say it's the friendliest place I've ever been to. Everyone says bula to you whenever they see you, which means hello. And vinaka, they're two words that you'll come away with. Vinaka means thank you. It's just amazing people.
Yeah. And what was the highlight of your trip? Something that you would say is an absolute must to include on a client's Fiji itinerary?
Oh, it's difficult to pick one, to be honest, but I would say my highlight was the 3-day cruise, getting to visit some of the smaller islands, as there is so many. There's over 300 islands out there. One of the famous ones is Monariki, which is where Tom Hanks filmed Castaway. So yeah, I'd absolutely say that a cruise is a must on your itinerary.
Okay, thanks. And Beverly, what about your trip to Fiji? When was it, and what did you see and do?
I was on the same trip with Tessa in last November. So we did everything together, obviously. We started in Pacific Harbour, where we did zip lining. And then, to me, one of the highlights for me was the Sigatoka River cruise and village visit. It's Fiji's longest river. The views are incredible. It's one of those moments as a travel agent that you sit there in the boat watching the scenery thinking, we're very, very lucky to do what we do. It's an amazing experience. It's great for families. It's great for couples. So, yeah.
Cool. And was that kind of your highlight, your most enjoyable activity?
It's so difficult to choose which the highlight. That was definitely one of them. And again, Sigatoka as well is, they call them, although the town is called that, the locals call it Rugby Town because they're huge rugby fans. So I was quite a little bit of a star to start off with, because I was actually born in rugby over here where the game originated.
Okay.
So,
and what surprised you most about Fiji on your visit?
Well, Tessa mentioned it as well. It's the people there. They are incredible. They don't stop smiling. They're always singing. They sing when you arrive. They sing when you leave. But it's genuine. It's really genuine.
Yeah.
It's a great experience.
Okay, thanks. And now a question for both of you, because you've both been to Fiji and kind of know it pretty well. What's kind of a top selling tip that you gleaned from your trip? Something that agents who haven't been to Fiji themselves wouldn't necessarily know or think to add to an itinerary. Tessa, can I come to you first for that one?
Yeah, I mean, I would say doing a cruise and a stay, really. If you're not into cruising, then I'd say doing at least a 2-centre. If not, depending on how long you're going for, a 3 or even sort of 4 different places. There's so many places to visit and islands as well. So I'd definitely recommend seeing as much as you can in the time that you have there.
Okay, great. And Beverly, what's your top selling tip?
To spend as much time there as you possibly can. So you've got the main island. There's so much to do on the main island, and it's for families. Again, I've just said it, couples, honeymoon couples, or older couples. When we did the cruise, there were a lot of older couples that were retired that joined us. 7 days. We were actually there for 7 days, and I could have stayed for 2 weeks. There was so much more to do.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well,
I think we both agree that we'd be back, wouldn't we, Tessa?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, did you say it was 333 islands earlier?
333 islands.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what most people that don't know about Fiji just think of it as one island.
Yeah.
And it's you just see it on the map as a tiny little dot, and it's Fiji, but around it there's so much more to see and do.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we were told Jason Statham thinks it's the best place in the world to go shark diving.
Oh wow.
I could talk for the next 3 hours about Fiji. But I'm sure you don't want to listen to it.
Cool, thank you. And then really kind of my last question to you both is there anything else you think that viewers watching today should know about Fiji or selling Fiji, having been there yourselves? Is there anything else that you'd like to share? Tessa, come to you first.
Yeah, I would say selling it as a standalone destination in its own right, really, rather than a stopover. I mean, it's great as a stopover, but to go there and to be able to spend 10 days, 2 weeks, you know, or more exploring, there is so much to see and do there that I think you need to sort of think out of the box, think of it as a destination on its own.
Okay, great. And Beverly, what about you?
Yeah, I kind of, Tessa's just said it all, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, just spend more time there. Do the training. We'll learn more about the island and what it has to offer.
Okay, great, thank you. And Jane, coming back to you, why do you think it's so important that UK agents get this first-hand experience of Fiji?
Well, I think first and foremost, you've got to consider that it's a higher revenue holiday. So there's a direct benefit, you know, in terms of commission levels, you know, looking at it from a more commercial aspect. But I don't think you can fully appreciate the people in particular until you've been there. And, you know, the humbleness and the graciousness and the humility and what makes the people there so fantastic. But thirdly, you know, logistically, because there is quite a lot to do there, I think people do struggle with knowing how to combine which islands and how to piece the holiday together, which you can learn about in advance. But having that first-hand experience, you know, is unbeatable.
Great, thanks. Well, thank you to Beverly and Tessa for joining us today.
Manaka.
We'll say goodbye to you and then carry on for the video, if that's all right.
Bye.
Bye.
Manaka.
Cool. So next up, we have a video from your colleague over in Fiji, Jane, since he's not able to join us in real time. What role does James play in Fiji, and why is he best placed to tell viewers about the destination's niche markets and activities?
Well, as you heard from Beverly and Tessa, there are, you know, we do welcome a broad range of visitors to our islands, not just in terms of their age groups and what they like to do, but also from different parts of the world. James Pridgeon is our niche manager, and his role is really to develop and promote some of the additional things that we can do and welcome specialist markets. And I know many of our special agents, particularly in the UK, are really good at promoting to some of these niches, and we felt some of this information would be more detailed and helpful.
Okay, thanks. So, shall we hear from James then? I'll just pop
Absolutely
the screen and pop on that video for everyone.
Thank you.
Pula, sana matiko. Tiko wana. Vinaka, thank you, Jane, and Bula Vinaka, everyone. My name is James Pridgeon, and I look after Tourism Fiji's niche experiences here at the headquarters over in the beautiful Nandi. So before I take you through our niche experiences, I just wanted to take a quick moment to introduce you to a couple of members of the niche team. We have Mr. Salman Ali, our marketing officer who looks after our long-haul markets. He specifically looks after dive, sports and adventure, and maritime. And then we have Kiara Kumar, who looks after our short-haul markets, and she is responsible or oversees our romance, youth, and luxury markets. So now I'd like to take you through our niche experiences. We have 6 niches, the primary being dive, youth, and romance. And then for our secondary niches, we have sports and adventure, maritime, and luxury. Tourism Fiji is focused on raising the profile of our destination through the experiences available in Fiji. Our 6 niches align with the destination's brand and are promoted to showcase the destination's natural environment and its experiences. It's Fiji's Bula spirit that is unique and world-renowned, and it is this common thread that binds our niches together and differentiates our niche experiences from those of our competitors. And now I'd like to take you through those individual niches and tell you what we've been doing behind the scenes to prepare for your visitors' next arrival. So to talk about dive, and one of the most exciting things that have happened during the lockdown period is the installation of Fiji's dive chamber in Suva. This has been a long time waiting, and this just goes to add greater safety value to our destination for our divers. Prior to COVID, we had lined up an international trainer to come across and train up our staff to get them ready. However, with COVID happening, this has since been delayed, but we're excited to say that the dive chamber is now installed and awaiting further training for our local technical staff. So one of the primary focuses of our operators here in Fiji is in the sustainability and conservation space. Coral garden planting programs, our manta conservation and adopt a shark programs are fantastic initiatives that have been born out of our industry and your guests, when they visit Fiji, can take advantage of. So what have we been doing during this lockdown period? A content and experiences drive has been at the forefront of our activity. We've had a strong focus on sustainability and the conservation efforts of our dive operators and partners here in Fiji. We are very proud of these efforts, and we cannot wait to share these with your divers when they come to Fiji next. So if you're looking for new Fiji dive content, get in touch with myself or Jane over in the UK, and we'd be more than happy to share some of these new assets with you. So now I'm going to talk about our youth market. For us in Fiji, we recognize youth as being anywhere in the age group between 13 to 35. Travelers play a huge part in that youth market. Research would show us that we're a female-friendly destination, and we provide independent travel experiences as highly sought after by our youth market. Connecting and meeting new friends and going on island hopping experiences rank really highly in some of the research that we did for the youth market. And one of our target audiences will be the working holiday visa holders based in Australia and New Zealand, some of which returned to their home countries prior to COVID, and some who have remained. So we are optimistic that they would have been working in their rural placements throughout this period and come out of it with a little bit more cash and be able to travel across to Fiji. We are a safe and student-friendly post-COVID destination. Why we say this? We understand that a lot of school groups around the world are going to be looking to take their international experiences to lower risk areas, and Fiji is perfect. So for these students and educational groups, we are a low risk destination for anyone looking to take an educational led tourism experience. Of the 18 cases, we are pleased to say we've had 15 recover, with the 3 remaining expected to make a full recovery soon. So exciting times for us ahead. Another area which we feel is very resilient is the voluntourism and responsible tourism market. Whilst unemployment remained high, this particular group decided to go and take out new experiences in other destinations where they could encounter life-changing experiences and learn from the destination. We feel that Fiji has something to offer in this space. We understand that in some destinations, unemployment is high. However, research has shown Fiji that during such times, for example, the Ebola outbreak or the global financial crisis that impacted the youth market, particularly those that were interested in voluntourism or responsible tourism experiences, remained highly resilient. So therefore, there's an opportunity for these groups who may no longer have employment to seek alternate opportunities, such as some of these voluntourism experiences available in Fiji. One example of an operator is Think Pacific, who are based in Fiji, but they are also based in the United Kingdom. They offer experiences throughout 9 different provinces in Fiji, from the outer islands to the highlands. So the perfect opportunity is to get involved with one of these programs. So we are going to be pushing more off-beaten track experiences where your visitors will have even greater diversity and experiences to expect from Fiji. So jump onto our website and have a read through some of these experiences that are available. Our third primary niche is romance. Fiji is already well recognized in this space with our beautiful blue waters and white sandy beaches. We are a honeymoon and couples paradise. However, our primary focuses in terms of weddings are going to be on the smaller wedding markets, those that are looking to get away from their destination. And obviously, we know that people are not going to have the necessary resources to have big, massive family-based weddings in destinations. Therefore, we feel elopements, vow renewals, or couples getting off the beaten trail and going to a new destination is going to rank highly in terms of romantic experiences for Fiji in a post-COVID world. What we also see happening is couples getting out and exploring the different regions that we have on offer in Fiji. Whether you're looking for an island hopping and flop and drop type experiences that the Yasawa Islands can offer, or you want to get off and go somewhere else, somewhere a little bit slower and quieter, the destinations like Taveuni and Kondavu are the perfect option for your guests. Some of the activities that we're currently working towards is introducing Fiji's Romance and Weddings e-brochure that we see due for completion in July this year. We're also doing a content and asset drive, and right now we've just uploaded a series of beautiful and stunning new wedding imagery that are available for you to use and download from Tourism Fiji's image library. We would love to see you join us in 2021 for the Fiji Weddings and Romance Festival, where you'll be able to come and gain first-hand experiences of some of these fantastic romance and couples-based activities available. Fiji is also looking to establish the Fiji Bridal and Wedding Association to allow for greater dialogue and collaboration between local operators and trade. The objective of the group will be focused on the logistics and the ease of getting married in Fiji, as well as bringing to life some of the lesser known experiences that our couples can take advantage of when visiting our destination. So stay tuned. We look forward to announcing this in the very near future. The idea for us positioning to our venture market is going to be focused on blue water and the more slower and greener options available in Fiji. In recent years, we've seen a number of new adventure options come to life in our destination. Whether you're seeking an adrenaline rush or looking for a more slower and more meaningful, culturally based adventure, Fiji has something for everyone. We are going to be showcasing some of the lesser known adventure options available in Fiji, some of which include river tubing up the beautiful and stunning Navua River, or perhaps taking a ride or learning about Fiji's traditional sailing vessels, the Damakau, of which you can experience out on the beautiful Leluvia Island. Our blue waters offer an abundance of activities such as jet ski island safaris, deep sea game fishing, surfing, or just getting out and about with a group of friends and participating in some water sports. Our inland-based holidays, whether it's hiking with Talanoa treks or taking a village tour, we want to be encouraging diversity and meaningful experiences to allow our visitors to get a real feel for the destination and slow down and enjoy what Fiji has to offer. One of which is surfing Fiji's capital, Suva City. Not many visitors are aware that there is a fantastic right-hand break that is available, and it's a fun wave for all ages. So if you're passing through Suva and you're a surfer, why not check out our surfing experiences page on our website to learn a little bit more of these lesser-known breaks available around the country. So now we're going to move into our secondary niches, and one of them is one of my personal favorites, the sports and adventure niche. Many of you may not be aware, however, behind the scenes, some of our operators have been developing more activities and events available for the sports tourism market. Improvements in infrastructure with a focus on traveling with a purpose has been at the forefront of planning. One of our operators, the home of the Fiji Rugby Sevens team, the 2016 Rio Olympic gold medal team, the Uprising Beach Resort was their base. Since 2016, they've further invested in their sports tourism infrastructure, introducing the first artificial turf facility available in Fiji. I could go on all day talking about this facility. Let's hear from somebody that knows their sport pretty well. Multiple Rugby League World Cup winning and State of Origin head coach, Mr. Mal Meninga.
Hi guys, Mel Meninga here from the Prime Minister's 13 team. We had the pleasure of training this great facility. The players really appreciate it. What a great surface. If had an opportunity, if we knew this was here, we might have even just come here and stayed, to be honest with you. But I'm sure next time we will. Thanks, Renee, for your hospitality. Really appreciate it.
So what better endorsement than the improved infrastructure and training facilities than coming from the man himself? So well done, Uprising Beach Resort. There's a common hashtag that I've seen some of our sports tourism operators use, which was hashtag eat, stay, train, repeat. Come to Fiji and get a more meaningful and immersive experience and participate in local competition or play local teams to be able to go back home and take the new skills learned and dominate the competition. We recognize our maritime experiences as one of our other niches. And what we mean by this is whether you're boarding a super yacht and coming to explore Fiji, or flying into the country and boarding one of our fantastic local cruise operators such as Captain Cook Cruises and going out and exploring the outer islands, we've got an experience for you. What's been really pleasing is to see the number of inquiries that we've been receiving from super yacht owners or super yacht brokers. Why super yachts? They can self-isolate on their journey to Fiji. The entire crew and owners can do that at sea. So we are having various conversations right now with all our stakeholders to look at how we can open up our borders to the interested super yacht owners and industry. We've got outer island experiences that we know that very few get to see. And it is the privilege of the super yacht and cruising industry that have the opportunity to go and visit some of the destinations. And it's available right now, as you can see on the screen. One of our local operators, Captain Cook Cruises, offer multi-night and day trips around the Fijian Islands. One is their Lauan Island trip, which is a 10-night cruise. One of the best things about cruising the Pacific Islands with the local operator is you get a complete integrated experience. Like you're cruising, you could be snorkeling, you can be diving, you can be doing village trips, beach picnics. They're all available out of a cruise ship. So what a fantastic way to really immerse yourself in some of the best of what Fiji has to offer. So the final niche I'm going to talk about today and give you a quick overview of is our luxury market. We all know that Fiji has some of the most stunning luxury resorts in the world. Whether it's up north at the Lavala Island Resort, or down south in Kondavu with Kokomo, or in the beautiful Yasawa Islands up at Yasawa Island Resort, we've got stunning luxury resorts for everyone. However, the focus for us is going to be on the experiences. Another area that our operators have been investing in is the food and beverage experiences, with trainings provided from a number of highly recognized international chefs. Our local chefs and food and beverage specialists have been able to take these learnings and integrate them with a number of different local cooking and food techniques. Whilst we have an abundance of stunning resorts absolutely littered throughout our islands, our focus is going to be on the wellness and spa experiences, one of which available in Fiji through the Nama Fiji brand. Did you guys know that you could board a plane, fly out to the stunning Yasawas and harvest your own sea grapes, bring them back to Nandi, to the factory, and prepare your own skincare product? Nama is not only a fantastic product for the skin, it's also considered a superfood and a staple throughout many of our island communities in terms of their day-to-day food sources. So the best thing about Fiji is the abundance of fresh and organic food available. And we can't wait for you to go out and experience this at a number of the luxury properties available throughout our Fiji Islands. Our local farmers have been very busy preparing the land and testing new crops that are going to be available for you to come over and experience in the cuisine that our local chefs can't wait to prepare for you. I just wanted to remind you all of our secluded beaches and private islands, our never-ending summer weather, the pristine natural environment, and immersive cultural and luxury experiences available throughout our stunning 333 islands. So this brings me to the end of our short and sweet update from our niche markets here in Fiji. I just want to take the time to say a big vinakavaka level to you all for taking your time to come and learn a little bit more and stay up to date with all the happenings available and coming out of Tourism Fiji. I want to say thank you to Jane for inviting me to be a part of today's webinar. And I'd now like to hand this back over to Jane for Q&A, or should you have any further questions, just get in touch with myself or any one of my teams at the email addresses available on your screens right now. So I bid you farewell from the beautiful Savasi Island Resort, one of Fiji's stunning romantic getaways. The purple bird is calling.
Jane, have we still got you there?
Yes.
Yes,
Sorry. I was almost going off to sleep there. It was quite magical. So thanks everybody for listening to that. I think it was great to hear from James, drill down on all the different particular niche activities. And the other thing, the other reason I think it's important to learn more about the niches, it's a really great way to lengthen people's stay in Fiji, encourage them to stay longer, to do those multi-centres, and it enables us to spread tourism into areas that are less populated by tourism, so it's a more genuine experience for the visitor, but also helps distribute and disperse tourism right throughout the islands. And finally, it's a good way of increasing our seasonality. So traditionally people have always done Fiji as a stopover between November and April, but now we're really encouraging people, as Tessa and Beverly pointed out, it's a great standalone destination as well, and you can travel there all year round.
Yeah, and please do pass on my thanks to James as well for putting that video together for us.
I will. Thanks, Maddie.
So he mentioned at the end there that we're going to come back to you for a Q&A, but I think I just have one last question for you, and I'm sure it's one that everyone watching has been waiting for. So the competition, how can everyone win a place on this Fiji fam trip next spring?
Okay, well, if you've all been paying attention, you'll find it really easy. And I've mentioned in the last 2 webinars, and I'm going to mention it again today. If you go ahead and register and then become a specialist, in other words, complete the modules for our online training platform, which is mariti.fiji.travel. And we will be drawing, you'll be entered into a prize draw. We will be drawing the prize draw will finish on 6th of June, so you've got till next Saturday, and then we'll be drawing the prize, I think it's on the 8th of June, the Monday, and we will be offering 3 places to Fiji. So that will be return economy flights with 9 nights accommodation as part of a famil, and we're hoping to do that as soon as next spring. And then we'll also offer 6 runners-up a pure Fiji spa product. Good luck.
Great, thank you, very exciting. And the links that you will need to be able to take the training, and the other links that we've mentioned through the session as well, are in the comment section of the video. My colleague Abra has posted them, so you can see them there. So I think it's time to bring Fiji Fridays to a close now. For anyone that's missed the previous 2 sessions, this is the 3rd, you can catch up with them in the video section of the TTG Facebook page. Thank you, Jane, for joining me for all 3 sessions and for inviting, the people on that we've had. And good luck to everyone with the competition. I hope that you're able to travel to Fiji soon and experience all the greatness that it has to offer.
Yes. Our Bulla spirit awaits you. Thank you, Maddie, and thank you, everybody. Vinaka.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.